I was born in the States when I was one, and then
Yes.
my mom was a mess, and then so they shipped
Mhm.
me to live with like my family in St. Lucia. So I lived in St. Lucia from the time I was six
Yeah.
months until I was 10 years old, and I came
Wow.
back here at 11 years old with like a thick Caribbean accent, like adjusting to American culture from the
Mhm.
islands was so crazy, and
Mhm.
feeling like so weird at that age. Like I realized
Mhm.
that's something that that's some connectivity we have.
For sure. Did you ever feel like you had to like assimilate to like make yourself
Oh,
like be in
100%,
it,
girl.
right?
Yeah.
That's
Like
how I felt because then I
tell
felt
me.
like so for I think like a good like 8 years or something, I was just like trying to be one with like the white people and be like, okay, I can do this too. I like I can be white too, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. But like like that sense of like trying to belong, trying to blend in, trying to
Yeah.
be one with the crowd. And then
Yeah.
it's not until after where you realize like your history and so much beauty and like what is behind you, that's when you can just
Yeah.
grab it and then go forth and become like your authentic self. So that's
But
the coolest thing.
oh yeah, for sure. Like I mean, even like back then, like, because it's hard for people who do people who only have the experience growing up here. They can't like they all have this American culture, but like back then, there's just so different. It's like culturally, there's just so many different things. Like I didn't grow up with like a lot of the cartoons people watch up here. Like we would get cartoons,
Girl.
but they were like cartoons that were popular in the States like 5 years
Mm-hmm.
ago. So I was like always a
Mm-hmm.
little bit behind. So when I came
Mm-hmm.
here, I was like trying to play catch up, girl. I was trying to like catch up to what my other friends were like watching in school, so I could talk about in the lunchroom cafeteria.
Immediately, like when I
Yeah.
said I knew like I didn't know Beyonce was until I was like 4 years ago, and that was like I was 21, so I was like
Mhm.
literally 17 and didn't know who Beyonce was. I was dead ass serious, dead
And
ass.
people got to quite, they're like, she's lying, girl. She just want RuPaul. Da, 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 da. People try to come for you on that.
Literally, and I was like, I didn't know who Beyonce. I didn't know. The only thing I watched when I was little was like Cartoon Network and
Yeah.
like and Hannah Montana. That thing caught me. That taught me English better than any ESL program that could ever do.
Really?
Yes, I had like a fancy little electronic dictionary, and whenever I would like they would put on subtitles and I would translate every word, but I didn't understand grammar at the
Word.
time. So then I would like translate
Word.
like TO or like DHT and THE. I'm like, what the does this mean? And then they taught me in school, they're like, it don't mean anything. It's just grammar. And I'm like, what the is grammar? So I was on. So like, see these things like in your
These
like they
little
don't get
things.
it. And like learning another language is just so crazy too.